today's Substack reading and poetry. Living from the heart, the embodiment of awakened consciousness. Awakening is often misunderstood as a purely intellectual or mystical realization, something that happens in the mind, a shift in perception that reveals the illusory nature of separation. But true integration is not an insight alone. It is a lived reality. It is not enough to recognize the light of awareness. We must allow it to take root in the heart, where it softens, deepens, and transforms the whole of our human experience. The journey from recognition to embodiment is a descent. It is a movement from the clarity of non-dual insight into the vulnerable, tender landscape of feeling. Here, the last strongholds of resistance, fear, and separation begin to dissolve. Not through force, not through effort, but through an ever-deepening willingness to let go. To live from the heart is not to become lost in sentimentality or emotional reactivity. It is not about clinging to ideas of love or goodness. Rather, it is the cultivation of an openness that remains unshaken by the movements of life. It is a space of deep acceptance where love is no longer something to be given or taken, but the natural radiance of being itself. But how do we enter this space? The heart as the seat of openness. From an early age, we learn to protect ourselves. We build layers of defense, patterns of control, avoidance, and resistance, all in an effort to feel safe. Yet, these very defenses keep us bound, preventing us from experiencing the full depth of what it means to be alive. To live from the heart is to dare to move beyond these conditioned patterns. It is an invitation to trust, to let go of the illusion of control and rest in the vastness of our true nature. Surrendering to what is. The mind is always seeking to grasp, fix, or resist. It wants certainty, resolution, a guarantee of safety. But the heart's wisdom moves differently. It does not seek to control life. It allows life to flow through it. Living from the heart is not about striving to be more loving or spiritual. It is about surrender. It is about stepping out of the way and letting life be as it is. In this surrender, we discover that what we feared to lose was never truly ours to begin with. Beyond the wounds of the past. For many, the heart carries old wounds, stories of abandonment, rejection, and pain. These wounds shape the way we relate to others, the way we seek love, the way we guard ourselves against potential hurt. But there comes a moment when we must decide, will we live from the past, or will we allow the heart to open in freedom? To live from the heart is to no longer be ruled by old pain. It is the shift from a heart that seeks safety and validation to a heart that is free. Free to love without grasping, free to feel without fear, free to meet life as it is, without the need to protect or defend. This is the invitation, to step fully into life, not as an idea, not as a fleeting experience, but as a living embodiment of openness, presence, and love. And now some poems. The deeper you know yourself, and the more you see the nature of the dream and how the matrix works, the more you can play your part without getting lost or overwhelmed. Be in the world, but not of the world. You may feel the beauty of grace when you become very quiet and very still. The whole world pauses, and in that exquisite silence is the ineffable revelation of the mystery itself. This alone will bring you to your knees in awe and wonder. You fall into the deepest. A surrender happens as if by itself. And in that awareness, you see, life is not against you. Life is for you. You have permission to show up in the world as the unconditional love you are. But you may require some courage, for the world is ruled by the conditional, and people will wonder what you are up to. Your heart may seem filled with grievances, but really it is filled with love, veiled by dark clouds of disappointment. Those clouds hang heavy and gather much rain over the years. It is the storm that needs to break that scares you, but the cleansing is necessary. Lift up your heart and show it to the sun. You must burn for what you love. You carry your wounds with grace and humility, or as a burden and a heavy weight. And when you realize this, you have to choose which. Meet all life in the one beingness. Nothing is separate from anything else. I had one more, a little thing I wrote just this morning, which touched me. Tenderness is not weakness. It is the courage to put love first. Thanks for watching.